Hi everyone and welcome to Tenerife, specifically the city of Santa Cruz de Tenerife. Tenerife is the largest and most populous island of the Spanish Canaries, of which there are a total of 8 main islands. Tenerife has a population of 960,000. So Tenerife was our second stop on our Canary Island Iona cruise. Join me in exploring Mt Teide, the highest elevation in Spain and of the Atlantic Islands, before exploring the city of Santa Cruz de Tenerife itself. If you are coming by cruise, the city is very accessible. Just outside the cruise terminal, there is a set of steps that takes you to a bridge, which takes you to the edge of the city. We, however, had an excursion booked where we took one of the cruise buses just outside the cruise terminal. So our excursion was booked to see Mt Teide by bus and then cable car. So there are two main ways to get to the top of Mt Teide. So that is to hike or to take the cable car. To hike, the hiking trail takes about 7 hours one way, and you require usually a hiking permit. And the cable car takes you from about 2,356 meters to 3,555 meters. Unfortunately, on the day that we arrived, the cable car, which takes you to the very top of Mount Teide, was closed due to slight winds. We were initially a bit saddened by this. As to our own opinion, it didn't seem too windy at all. Even on the way up Mount Teide on the bus, when we took some photo stops, it didn't really seem windy then. But our guide told us about a time where there was a malfunction, potentially due to the wind, back in 2017, which caused a safety mechanism to kick in, which subsequently stopped the cable cars completely. And this had two cars that were midway up the mountain, which were full of people, and there was about 100 people stuck at the top, and this was just in the afternoon, coming evening. So the rescue services were called in, but the cable car people had to abseil down one by one, and the people at the top, the 100 odd people at the top, were stuck there overnight, and so they had to sleep in the cabin. So we were quite relieved that they had decided to stop the cable cars, given the potential of that to happen. So the bus journey up took about 2 hours. The roads themselves weren't too bad. I usually get a bit car sick, but it wasn't too windy, and the roads were quite good. The views were amazing though, and we took a couple stops to have a look, and we could even see our cruise ship at some points. So the mountain is quite high up, and as you can imagine, can get quite a little bit cold. There was even bits where there was a bit of snow when we had our bus stop. But the advantage of being so high up is that it's perfect for stargazing. As you can see, there's an observatory, and it's meant to be one of the best in the world because it's above cloud level in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and there's very little light pollution. So the landscape is remarkable and has in fact been featured in many movies, including the recent Clash of Titans. Interestingly, Mount Teide is, if measured from the ocean sea base, is the third tallest volcano in the world. But in fact, it's based in the caldera of a previously extinct and a much taller volcano. So in the video, you can see part of the caldera that has been left behind that Mount Teide is sort of grown out from. And it's thought that that previous volcano reached a height of between 4,000 to 8,000 meters, but ended up being deposited on the floor of the ocean after a massive landslide. So we had a lovely time up Mount Teide, and then to finish off the day, we had a nice stroll around the main town before finding a nice bar and enjoying the evening before we had to get onto our cruise ship for the next stop, which was Lanzarote.
You can say that.